What's up, folks? It's Lance freaking Hepler here. It is race day. We are doing the Oregon 6 hours of Alsea Falls. I don't know, what's he calling it?
Oregon 6 hour.
Oregon 6 hour. It's a 6 hour mountain bike race. I'm with my teammate, Chris Surratt. We are trading laps for 6 hours. The lap is roughly 7 miles and 1,000 feet of climbing.
Yeah,
ish. So it's a mountain bike race. So we're gonna get some mountain bike footage today, and we'll see what happens. We'll see how the transitions go. You'll see if there's chaos, because I'm gonna wear my chesty. Chris loves being on camera. Are you ready for the whole video?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, folks, here we go. Let's do this. This is the vibe at the beginning of this race. I want to say there was about 100 or 120 people in this race. It was a Le Mans start. I was the one to go first, which means you have to run to your bike. I'm coming. There I am right there with the absolute lack of no urgency whatsoever. I was like, I race bikes so I don't have to run anymore. Who's freaking making me run? I hate that. Here's a shot from my chest cam from the start too, which I think is kind of hilarious, because they're counting down and this booger kid is trying to warm up, and he's getting ready. He's getting rolling. And then right before the race goes, this Glass Forge guy from Ashland Fault starts. Oh, but we just go anyway. Hey, he was super fast. That was the only other team in our category that we were racing, and they absolutely smoked us today. They beat us by like 22 minutes over 6.5 hours. So that's, I don't know, kind of a lot. So here's me grabbing my bike and jumping on, and we're going. Okay, so this ended up being, we did 9 laps of this course. The first lap was a little longer than the subsequent laps. The first lap was actually 10 miles long, and it had 1,900 feet of climbing. Oh my frickin' word. It was a long haul climb right off the beginning, but I just wanted to speed up the thing here. I'm not gonna show you the whole climb, but just to show that my lack of running ability didn't hamper me from starting to pass people. Oh, except that guy smoked me. Oh, and that's Ben Tabor right there. Ben Tabor is a cool guy from Bend. And for whatever reason, I was calling him Brennan all day. That's not his name. His name's Ben Tabor. I'm a freaking idiot sometimes. Anyway, that was Mike Ripley I just passed. He is the race promoter. After the first 2 miles, we got onto the steeper upper sections. This climb was roughly 5 miles. 1,900 feet of climbing. I'm gonna spare you all the details. It sucked. And then we hit the trail. Now, the upper section of this trail is considered a black diamond for this area. It's probably really more like an intermediate trail. There were a few rock drops, but they were all rollable. There was a few jumps that were all rollable. Yes, maybe I did crash once up here, but it was only because I turned around to see if somebody was coming on my tail, and I just like rode straight off the trail. You can't really do that on single track. I was an idiot. So there you go. So you can see there's these little like rock ledges, but they were all kind of rollable. You could kind of just get light and float over them. And so I was kind of an idiot in a couple spots. But man, these trails in this area are actually pretty super good. So this poor guy right here ahead of me, right as we were getting to the top of the 5 mile, 1,900 foot climb, he goes, "Hey, are you a good descender?" And I immediately responded, yeah. He goes, "Okay, I'll let you into the trail first." So he lets me into the trail first, and a half mile later, promptly I crash. And so he passes me when I crash, and I get back on, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm only a good descender if I stay on the trail. I'm sorry, dude." And shortly after this, I got past him, because I was actually going pretty fast on some of these lower sections. And here's where this lower section is. I was behind a couple of teenage kids, and they were just kind of freaking ripping it. But I was moving just a little bit faster, but it's fun to watch these trails. These trails are called highballer and lowballer and springboard, and they were purpose built for like not just flow trails, but like to showcase how fun mountain biking can be, and not be like too terribly hard. The hardest part here is climbing up to get to these great descents. So that's kind of how it goes. This guy just kind of let me pass. Thank you very much, Team Oregon. I'm not sure what that guy's name was. So here is the end of lap 1. It took me 1 hour and 4 minutes, and I'm gonna swap with my teammate Chris. We have an ankle, a timing chip that we were supposed to put on our ankle, but I noticed that nobody was putting it on their ankle when they were swapping. We did on this first lap, you'll see. But subsequently we ended up just passing it to the other one and putting it in our pocket, and it still worked just fine over the timing mats and everything.
Hey!
The danger with that is if you go to grab something else out of your pocket and drop the timing chip, you're kind of SOL, but we didn't do that. So here is the end of lap 1. I was trying to break 1 hour. I did not. I was 1 hour and 4 minutes. The team that we were racing actually went like 58 minutes, so they just put like 6 minutes into us immediately, which was kind of funny. So
I could just go balls out on the first lap.
There's Ben Tabor again. Hi, Ben Tabor. We'll see him later.
Good job, Wayne.
There's Wayne. He's doing the single speed. I can't imagine doing this on the single speed. Okay, so this is lap 2. Going into this race, I'm just gonna like spill all our secrets here. Chris, Sarah, my teammate, all he really wanted to do was beat this team from Bonk Collective. 2 guys, Dan Froelich and Sam Haynes, they're both in Chris's age group, so they're both like in the 40 to 49 age group. And so because they weren't actually in our division for this race, because I'm 55, Chris is 45, so we were in the like Masters division, and those guys were in the under 100 Masters division, so they weren't even in our division. But it made today really fun because we had somebody to race, and so we were kind of keeping track of the Bonk guys, trying to see if we could beat them, and so that's the conversation we're having. They put 5 minutes into us in the first lap.
Let's go.
So they were up 5 minutes. After the second lap, they were up 6 minutes. And so we're like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And we were both parked right next to each other. Dan Froelich and Sam Haynes, those are the 2 guys from Bonk Collective that we were kind of racing.
This is what a team
and so
event is like.
more on that in a moment.
It's 40 minutes, full gas, all you got. And then you sit here for 40 minutes and try to relax, refuel, rehydrate, visit the porta potty, I don't know, eat Haribo, drink a Coke, puke your guts out. No, I don't do any of that. Actually, I do all of that. Anyway, good times.
Okay, here goes the next lap. I'm waiting for Chris to come get me. We kind of learned that we could like pass the baton on the fly, and we didn't lose any time at all on the transitions, which kind of helped. And then as soon as I got it, I was drilling it at the bottom. Because you're going past all the people and you want to look like you're really fast and you're really good and you got all this, energy, and look at how freaking strong I am. And then as soon as you get past all the cars, you're like, oh, that's too fast. Oh, here's Ben Tabor again, who I called Brendan all day. I'm sorry, Ben. I really love you, Ben. You're really a good guy.
Jump
on. I
on.
don't know why I called you Brendan.
Let's go.
For whatever reason. Anyway, Ben Tabor, he jumped on my wheel here. He was finishing up his last lap, and so I helped pull. He was doing the solo race, not a team race, so it's much harder for those guys to not get a break. I got a 40-minute break every 40 minutes, and so it was kind of nice. So anyway, on this lap, we started to get close to the Bonk guys. So they had a 6-minute lead, and then it went down to a 4-minute lead, and then we were both just kind of gunning it as hard as I can. Dan Froelic's a much better climber than both me and Chris, but me and Chris are both better, a little bit better descenders. Dan's teammate Sam Haynes is a really good descender as well, but I don't take this wrong, Sam, the wrong way, but he kind of fell apart on his very last lap, and we gained like 3 or 4 minutes on his very last lap. So, but look at this trail. It was so freaking fun. It was so fun. It's just all these like whoops and things, and oh my gosh, it was just awesome. So here we are swapping.
I think I broke 40 minutes. Whoa. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
How
so I just
close are
passed
they?
to Chris, gave him the thing,
Froelich?
and
Okay.
he's drilling.
I made up some time. Look at, they're right there. They're right there.
So here we are.
Let's go.
And at this point, we can see that we're catching the bonk guys. Okay, so we were like 10 seconds down on the bonk guys at the start of this lap. I hit it as hard as I can. This actually ended up being my fastest lap of the day. And I didn't catch any of that entire lap because I was so focused on trying to catch Dan. He out-climbed me by about 30 seconds, but I caught him pretty quickly on the descent, and he let me pass, and I think I got about 90 seconds ahead of him, of that team on that descent. And so I was super happy that, oh man, we got out ahead of them, which is why I was kind of gassed. But we also realized at this point that we were gonna have to do a 5th lap. Both me and Dan were gonna have to do a 5th lap, and I wasn't really planning on having to do 5 laps. I thought I was only gonna do 4, but that's the way the timing rolled out. We ended up having to do a 5th lap. And so I had to get myself ready, and then at the start, so here's where this is Chris ending his last lap and passing it off to me, and we don't know how far back that the bonk team is. So here's Chris passing me the timing chip. I put it in my pocket.
Dan, don't catch me too fast.
There's Dan waiting for his teammate. I thought they were only going to be a minute down from us, and it turned out that Sam had a rough last lap and kind of gave up like 4 more minutes. So we started that lap like 4 minutes up, and so Dan just wasn't gonna catch me. The climb wasn't long enough, and he wasn't gonna catch me on the downhill. So we ended up beating those guys by like 6 minutes, which was, we buried ourselves to try to beat those guys. It actually made today really fun. And it turns out
5 minutes,
that
then up 6 minutes, then
on
up
the side
4,
of Dan's
3,
van,
2, 1,
he had
and then
kept
down a minute and a half.
They only wanted to beat us, so they were tracking their times and
love it,
our
but
times,
he tracked the
and
whole thing.
how many minutes
still
they were
got him.
ahead, and then how
We
many
got him.
minutes they were behind, and so we took some pictures. Hey, Dan
No, we
and
didn't.
Sam, that was freaking awesome racing today. Thanks for making it fun. We ended up second in our division. There were only 2 teams, but you have to show up to get on the podium, and we ended up being the 4th team, duo team overall today. So we actually had a really good time. So it was all good.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks everybody for watching. I ended up doing about 41 miles and 6,200 feet of climbing in just under 4 hours, so that was a long day. Hey, we'll see you on the next one.